asked in the university examination. Most of the questions I have covered in my presentation and also the notes which is provided to you. Okay, so if you find any a different question which is not covered in the notes or during a presentation, then you can highlight it and you can come into you just bring that particular question to me. I will try to give the answer of that particular question. But from my side, I assure you that most of the questions which are asked in the university examinations are covered. Okay, so we are in the fourth unit, that is in started with the mix design also. Mix design by IS 10262 2009 is already covered. Mix design by M25 grade of concrete, that is also covered. Mix design for M40 grade of the concrete, that is also covered. With flash and without flash. Okay, so I asked you to go through the mix design which is given in the IS 10262 2009. Okay, I hope you have gone through it, and if you get any questions related to it, you can ask to me. Okay. Today's learning outcomes is ACI method. Okay. At the end of this particular session, you will get to know about the ACI method. As I already mentioned and explained to you that there are various methods of mix design. Okay, out of the various methods, IS code method is already covered. Today, I'll give you about the ACI method. Okay, so at the end of this particular session, you will get to know about the ACI method. That is the US based method. Contents of today's session are introduction. We'll tell you about the mix design and the ACI method. Now, we know that concrete consists of a various ingredients, like a cement, sand, coarse aggregate, water. Again, I will repeat the same thing, that choice of using admixture is totally dependent on you. I mean, it is totally dependent upon the requirement. If it is really required to use the admixture, then you have to use the admixture. If not, then you can skip the usage of admixture. If you use the admixture, definitely the cost of project will get increased and the water content that will get reduced. We know that mix design is the process of selecting suitable ingredients. The suitable ingredients are coarse aggregate, fine aggregate, water, and cement. Okay, in addition to this selecting the suitable ingredients, we have to select the suitable ingredients in such a manner that we can get the workability, we can get the strength, we can get the durability, and also we can achieve the economic too. So, mix design is a process of selecting the suitable ingredients of concrete and determining the relative quantities with the object. Okay, with the object to get the strength, durability, workability, and economy. Now, the next part is the mix design by ACI method. Now, as I earlier mentioned that it is a US-based method. In the USA, that is the United States of America, the method is suggested by ACI as widely used. Okay, in India, we follow the IS code method. We follow the IS code method, whereas in USA they follow the method which is given by the ACI, and that's why it is called as the ACI method. This method is having the advantages. You can say that it is having simplicity. While explaining the IS code method, there was some particular term that if you are using the angular aggregate, if you are using the flaky aggregate, so there is some reduction. Okay, but as far as the ACI method is concerned, okay, ACI method is concerned, it is having a simplicity in that it applies equally well and with more or less identical process. Okay, we can say that more or less identical procedure to rounded or angular aggregate or normal or lightweight aggregate. and air entrant or non-air entrant concrete. Okay, as far as the IS code method is concerned, if you are using the lightweight aggregate or normal aggregate, or if you are using the rounded aggregate or angular aggregate, okay, there is some changes in there. Okay, 10% changes in there. It is related to the water content too. But as far as the ACI method is concerned, it is having the advantages of the simplicity. The ACI method is based on the fact that for a given size of well-graded aggregate, water content is largely independent, mixed proportion. Okay. Whatever the aggregates which you are using for making the concrete, okay, it is largely independent of the water content. That too for a mixed proportion, because we select the water cement ratio 0.4, 0.45, 0.5, 0.6. IS code says that 0.45 to 0.6. The water content regardless of variation in water cement ratio and cement content. So if it is there, then definitely the water cement ratio will be affected. Once the water cement ratio is affected, the cement content is also affected, because from the water cement ratio we can calculate the content of the cement. This ACI method assumes that the optimum ratio of the bulk volume of coarse aggregate and on the grading of fineness aggregate regardless of shape of particle. So whatever the shape of particle which you are going to use for the making the concrete. Okay, so it is having the optimum ratio of the bulk volume of coarse aggregate. This ACI method assumes that even after complete compaction is done, a definite percentage of air remains, which is inversely proportional to the maximum size of a aggregate. We do the compaction. Okay, we have seen the various methods of compaction also, hand compaction and the needle vibrator also for compacting the concrete in case of the beams, largely sized beams, and also in the case of a footing and also in the case of a column. We have seen the compaction. We have seen the table vibrator also, surface vibrator also, and the needle vibrator too. But what ACI method says that even after the complete compaction is done, okay, we know that after compaction we can remove the excess air, whatever the excess voids are there or airs are there, that can be removed from that particular concrete, so that the concrete can get settled properly, compacted properly. But this method assumes that even after complete compaction is done, a definite percentage of air remains. ठीक है, ACI मेथड क्या कहती है कि अगर आपने पूरी तरीके से कंपैक्शन कर भी लिया, फिर भी कुछ एयर कंटेंट्स रहते हैं, दैट इज इनवर्सली प्रोपोर्शनल टू द मैक्सिमम साइज ऑफ ए aggregate. And what is the maximum size of aggregate which we use for the concrete? 20 mm. Sorry. Now, the ACI method is designed. It consists of the various steps, just like the IS code method. The very first step is to get the data requirement was there, that is grade of cement. Okay, and there were various steps are there to be followed in IS code method. Okay, first step is grade designation, calculating the characteristic mean strength. In the ACI method also we have to follow certain steps. Okay, so step-by-step operation in the ACI methods are as follows, and the very first step is data, which is to be collected. Okay, whatever the fineness modulus of fine aggregate, that should be available with us. Then unit weight of a dry coarse aggregate, that is given again IS code. Then specific gravity of a coarse aggregate and fine aggregate, saturated surface dry condition. So this data should be available with us. Also the specific gravity of a cement. I told you that the specific gravity of cement is a 3.15, that we can directly adopt it from the IS code. Okay, so after that, the absorption characteristic. What are absorption characteristics of a coarse aggregate and fine aggregate? These data should be available with us. I'm repeating the data which should be available with us while designing a concrete mix by ACI method. First one is the fineness modulus of fine aggregate, then unit weight of coarse aggregate, then specific gravity of the fine aggregate and coarse aggregate in a saturated surface dry condition. That is very, very important. After that, specific gravity of the cement and absorption characteristic. I mean, how much amount of water can be absorbed by fine aggregate and coarse aggregate. So that should be available with. Then step 2 is the calculation of the minimum design strength. Calculation of a mean design strength from the minimum strength specified using standard deviation. We can use the formula f dash ck is equal to fck plus k into s, where f dash ck is nothing but the target mean strength, fck is nothing but the characteristic strength, k is having the value of 1.65 and s is nothing but the standard deviation. So I'm sure that this formula is familiar with you. ये वही फॉर्मूला हमने यूज किया था या आईएस कोड मेथड में ही, और इसके जो कंटेंट्स है ये भी आपको पता है, एफ डैश के क्या होता है, एफ सी के और एस. Now, while designing a concrete mix by IS code method, we follow this particular part. Okay, suggested value of the standard deviation. Suggested value of the standard deviation for a very good condition, good and fair condition. So these are the various grades of the concrete, starting from M10 to M60, which is given in the IS code. And the grade finalization is not restricted to only M60. You can prepare the M65, 70, 75, 80, 100, 120 also, depending upon the requirement. The third step in ACI method is the estimation of the water cement ratio. Okay. The estimation of the water cement ratio is mentioned in the table 9.10. So we'll go to the table 9.10. So here the average compressive strength is mentioned in this particular column. So for a 45, then 40, then 35, then 30, 25, 20, and 15. Here the effective water cement ratio is given, that too by mass. Here the effective water cement ratio is divided into two parts. First one is for non-air entrained concrete and second one is air entrained concrete. So for non-air entrained concrete and air entrained concrete, for the first two grades, that is M45 and 40, it is the same, that is a 0.38 and 0.45. But if we go to M35, so then the water cement ratio M35 it changes. Okay. For non-air engine it is a 0.48 and for air engine it is a 0.4. So likewise you can see in this particular table for 15 grade of the concrete, for average compressive strength at 28 days for 15, there is a water cement ratio. For a non-air entrained concrete it is 0.8, whereas for air entrained concrete it is 0.71. The water cement ratio obtained from the strength point of view is to be checked against the maximum water cement ratio. Okay, whatever the water cement ratio which is obtained from the strength point of view, it has to be checked against the maximum water cement ratio given for the spatial exposure condition, and that spatial exposure condition is mentioned in the table 9.11, and also the maximum of 2 is to be adopted. Same thing was mentioned in the IS code also. While designing the mix design by IS code method also, we have to follow the water content, water cement ratio which is mentioned in the IS code, and the water cement ratio which we get it. And based on that, we can use the minimum of 2. And in one of the mix design, I have, though the water cement ratio was a 0.45, but based on the experience, I have considered the water cement ratio of 0.4. Now this is the requirement of the ACI for water cement ratio and strength for spatial exposure condition. So we are, I think, explaining that what are the exposure conditions: good, bad, severe, extreme, and that is clearly mentioned in the IS code also. So here exposure condition for concrete intended to be watertight, exposed to fresh water, that is 0.5, and exposed to brackish or seawater, that is 0.45. Whereas this is the maximum water cement ratio, normal density aggregate concrete, whereas this is the minimum design strength parameter, low density aggregate concrete. which is the NTU. So here we can see for the different exposure condition, concrete exposed to freezing and thawing, moist, उसके लिए curve है, gutter है, guardrail है और tube है. Then other elements in presence of a de-icing chemical for corrosion protection. So for that, the maximum water cement ratio is given that for a normal density aggregate concrete. Here we can see in this particular table. It is varying from 0.5 to 0.4. After that, step number 4 is to decide maximum size of aggregate to be used. That we see, that we saw in IS code also. Whenever we have to design a concrete mix, then what is the maximum size of aggregate plays a greater role. I remember when we are designing M25 grade of a concrete, the maximum size of aggregate that I have adopted is 20 mm. So here again it is mentioned generally RCC work 20 mm size and pre-stressed concrete 10 mm size are used. We have to decide the workability in terms of a slump. Okay, workability is very important. It is the ease of the placement of a concrete without segregation and bleeding. So IS code says that from 25 to 50 mm, whatever the water contents are there, that same water content you can adopt it. But when the slump value is more than 50, for every 25 mm slump, you can increase the water by 3%. Okay, so here again I have mentioned here decide workability in terms of a slump for the type of a job in hand, in which kind of a job we are doing. Then general guidance can be taken from the table 9.12. So in the table 9.12 it is completely and clearly mentioned. Okay, so whatever the type of construction is there, that is reinforced foundation, wall or footing, the range of slump is 20 to 80 mm, then plain footing, then section or substructure wall. In most of the cases, the range is from 20 to 80. But in case of the beam and reinforced wall and building column, okay, or you can say that in case of a beam and column, the slump value is ranging from 20 to 100 mm. Okay, so based on your type of construction, you can adopt the value of a slump. Next step is the cement content. Cement content is computed by dividing the water content by the water cement ratio. The same formula which we have used in the getting the contents of the water in case of a mixed design by M25 grade of a concrete. जो IS code के था वही formula हमें यहाँ पे भी use करना है. I hope you remember the formula. After that, step number 6 is a bulk volume of a dry rodded coarse aggregate per unit volume of a concrete, and that is mentioned in the table 9.13. Okay, we'll see in this table 9.13 what is the volume of a dry rodded coarse aggregate, and that too by per unit volume of a concrete, which is mentioned in the table number 9.13. So yeah, this one is the table number 9.13. Here we can see that वर्कबिलिटी हमारा क्या है, उसका सब रेंज क्या है, और उसके हिसाब से जो वाटर कंटेंट दिया हुआ है, और उससे भी ज्यादा जरूरी है कि साइज ऑफ एग्रीगेट. हमारा साइज ऑफ एग्रीगेट कितना है, mm है, 20 mm है, 12.5 mm है या फिर 25 mm. Here based on the size of the aggregate starting from 10 mm to 150 mm and also the slump value. ठीक है, आपका स्लम्प वैल्यू 30 से 50 mm है, 80 से 100 mm है, या फिर 150 से 180 mm है, या फिर डिफरेंट कंडीशन, दैट इज अप्रोक्स इंट्रा एयर कंडीशन इंटेंट. ठीक है, तो ये दिया हुआ है. जनरली वी अडॉप्ट फॉर 30 to 50 mm 185, that is kg per meter cube, और आपका the slump value है 80 to 100 mm. देन मैक्सिमम साइज ऑफ एग्रीगेट हमारा रहता है 20 mm, तो उसके लिए हम जा सकते हैं 200 kg per meter cube. दैट इज नथिंग बट वाटर कंटेंट. यहाँ पे जो मैं कर्सर को हाईलाइट कर रहा हूँ, ये कर्सर जहाँ पे जो मैंने यूज कर रहा हूँ, दैट इज 200, दैट वी कैन यूज इट. Knowing the maximum size of coarse aggregate and the fineness modulus of fine aggregate, bulk volume of a dry rodded aggregate per unit volume of concrete is selected from table number 9.14. Once we have the fineness modulus value and whatever the bulk volume of a dry rodded aggregate, okay, So that too for a concrete, and we can select it from a table 9.14. Also, dry bulk of coarse aggregate per unit volume of concrete is given by ACL. Okay, as we are doing the concrete being given by ACM method, so we have to adopt the value which is given by the ACM method. So this is the maximum size of aggregate, where it having the fineness modulus is given with the 2.4, 2.6, 2.8 and 3. Whereas the maximum size of aggregate is given in this particular column 10 mm, 12.5, 20, 25, 40, 70, 150. ठीक है, हमारा जो फाइननेस मॉडुलस है कितना है 2.4. उसके लिए अगर हमारा जो फाइननेस मॉडुलस है 2.4 और मैक्सिमम साइज ऑफ एग्रीगेट है 10, तो उसके लिए जो वैल्यू है 0.5. Whereas if fineness modulus is the 2.6, whereas the maximum size of aggregate is the 20. So in that case, we can consider this 0.64. Here, दो नोट दी हुई है यहाँ पे. The value given will produce a mix that is suitable for a reinforced concrete construction. जो ये value दी है, that is suitable for a reinforced concrete construction. Reinforced basically it's the unreinforced concrete and reinforced concrete. Reinforced concrete means when we provide the steel reinforcement, and that is related to the less workable and more workable. To be like for less workable concrete, the value may be increased by 10%. For workable concrete, such as the pumpable concrete, the value may be reduced by up to 10%. ये जो वैल्यू दी है ये pumpable concrete के लिए और अनरेनफोर्स्ड कंक्रीट के लिए और रेनफोर्स्ड कंक्रीट के लिए आप 10% उसका ये एडवांटेज ले सकते हो, इंक्रीज भी कर सकते हो और उसका डिक्रीज भी कर सकते हो. यहाँ पे और एक पॉइंट दिया कि फ्रॉम द मिनिमम स्ट्रेंथ स्पेसिफाइड estimate the average design strength either by using the coefficient of its variation, and the water cement ratio is given in the table 9.14. हमारा नेक्स्ट स्टेप है कि the weight of coarse aggregate per cubic meter of the concrete is calculated by multiplying the bulk volume with the bulk density of the coarse aggregate. जो हम निकालते थे IS कोड में, ठीक है, वैसे ही हमें ACM मेथड से ही निकालना है. नेक्स्ट स्टेप है एस्टिमेट ऑफ ए ड्राई डेंसिटी ऑफ ए फ्रेश कंक्रीट. तो भाई ड्राई डेंसिटी ऑफ फ्रेश कंक्रीट करने के लिए क्या करना पड़ेगा कि हमें मैक्सिमम साइज ऑफ कोर्स एग्रीगेट हमें जानना जरूरी है. वैसे ही द डेंसिटी ऑफ ए फ्रेश कंक्रीट एज एस्टिमेटेड एज, ये जो डेंसिटी दी है फ्रेश कंक्रीट, ठीक है, एंड दैट इज गिवन बाय द ACA. देखिए उसके लिए जो मैक्सिमम साइज ऑफ एग्रीगेट वो भी बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. एयर एंट्रेंट है या नॉन एयर एंट्रेंट है, ये दो चीजें इंपॉर्टेंट है. ठीक है, द फर्स्ट एस्टिमेट ऑफ डेंसिटी ऑफ द फ्रेश कंक्रीट एज गिवन बाय ACA. मैक्सिमम साइज कितना है हमारा 20. नॉन एयर एंट्रेंट है तो 2355 kg को मीटर से लेना है. अगर एयर एंट्रेंट है तो 2315 लेना है. यहाँ पे देखिए 75, 23, 73, 23, 15, यहाँ पे 60 का डिफरेंस है. Then step number 9, absolute volume of the ingredient per cubic meter of the concrete are obtained by knowing the specific gravity of the cement, water, coarse aggregate and fine aggregate. The absolute volume जो निकालते हैं IS कोड में, वैसे ही हमें ACM मेथड के थ्रू भी निकालना है. उसके लिए हमें जरूरी क्या है कि हमें स्पेसिफिक ग्रेविटी हमें पता रहना चाहिए. किसका स्पेसिफिक ग्रेविटी पता रहना चाहिए? Specific gravity of the cement, specific gravity of the coarse aggregate, specific gravity of the fine aggregate. If you remember the formula we use किया था content divided by specific gravity multiplied by 1/1000, वो formula आपको याद रखना है. Step number 10 क्या है कि trial mix proportion, जो हमने IS कोड में भी किया था. trial mix proportion हमें कंटेंट मिले थे फाइन एग्रीगेट के, कंटेंट मिले थे कोर्स एग्रीगेट के, सीमेंट के कंटेंट और पानी, ये हमें मिल गए थे. उसके बाद हमें एक रेशियो मिला था. रेशियो मिलने के बाद हमें ट्रायल मिक्स के लिए हम डिसाइड कर थे कि हमारा जो ट्यूब का साइज है 150 by 150 by 150 mm, so how much amount of quantity will be required for preparing that tube. Trial mix proportions are calculated and adjustment for field condition like a free moisture and water absorption by aggregates made. यानी कि जो कुछ हम ट्रायल करते हैं या सिर्फ जो कुछ हमें कंटेंट मिलता है सीमेंट का, कोर्स एग्रीगेट का, फाइन एग्रीगेट का और पानी का, that is related to the laboratory condition और laboratory parameter. लेकिन एक्चुअल साइंस कंडीशन थोड़ी अलग रहती है. वहाँ पे क्या होता है कि मॉइस्चर भी रहता है, मॉइस्चर किस में रहता है, फाइन एग्रीगेट में भी मॉइस्चर रहता है, कोर्स एग्रीगेट में भी मॉइस्चर रहता है। तो डिपेंडिंग अपॉन द टाइप कंडीशन ऑफ द एग्रीगेट, फाइन एग्रीगेट और कोर्स एग्रीगेट, तो वाटर जो कंटेंट है वो चेंज होता है, और उसके हिसाब से ही जो हमारा ट्रायल जो है मिक्स प्रपोर्शन वो भी चेंज होता है। After that, step number 11, a trial mix is then made to study the properties of the concrete in the respect of, जो कुछ हम ट्रायल मिक्स बनाते हैं उससे हम कंक्रीट बनाते हैं, कंक्रीट बनाने के बाद हम उसको क्योर करते हैं 28 दिन के लिए, और उसके बाद हम उसका टेस्ट करते हैं। अगर हमारा जो, अगर सपोज आपने डिसाइड किया कि हमारा M30 ग्रेड ऑफ कंक्रीट के लिए हम जाते हैं, तो हमारा जो टारगेट मिक्स रहेगा वो डेफिनेटली ज़्यादा रहेगा M30 से। तो जब कंक्रीट बनाते हो, कंक्रीट बनाने के बाद आप जो उसका क्यूब का कास्ट करते हो, क्यूब को कास्ट करने के बाद उसको पानी में रखते हो 28 दिन के लिए, उसका जो टेस्ट करते हो, तो टेस्ट करने के बाद हमारा जो रिजल्ट आता है, सो दैट शुड बी डेफिनेटली मोर देन द टारगेट मिक्स स्ट्रेंथ। तो ये दिया है कि ट्रायल मिक्स इज देन मेड टू स्टडी द प्रॉपर्टीज ऑफ द कंक्रीट इन रिस्पेक्ट ऑफ वर्केबिलिटी, ठीक है, कोहेसिवनेस, फिनिशिंग एंड क्वालिटी, फिनिशिंग क्वालिटी एंड 28 डेज कंप्रेसिव स्ट्रेंथ, ठीक है। कंप्रेसिव स्ट्रेंथ तो जरूरी है, उसके साथ साथ हमारा वर्केबिलिटी है। वर्केबिलिटी कब चेक करोगे, जैसे हमने वो बैच बना लिया कंक्रीट का, हम स्लम कोन टेस्ट जनरली करते हैं, चेक द वर्केबिलिटी, कोहेसिवनेस एंड फिनिशिंग क्वालिटी। फिनिशिंग क्वालिटी जो सरफेस जो टेक्सचर है वो, द प्रोपोर्शन ऑफ कोर्स एग्रीगेट एंड फाइन एग्रीगेट may be changed to get the desired property, यानी कि जो हमारे जो ट्रायल का जो मिक्स प्रोपोर्शन मिल गया सीमेंट का, फाइन एग्रीगेट, कोर्स एग्रीगेट और वाटर का, अगर वो आपको चेंज करना है टू गेट द डिजायर्ड प्रॉपर्टी तो चेंज कर सकते हो, ठीक है। हमारा अल्टीमेट एम क्या रहता है, हमारा टारगेट मीन स्ट्रेंथ, टारगेट मीन स्ट्रेंथ हमें मिलना चाहिए जो हमारा जो ग्रेड डिजिग्नेशन रहता है उससे ज्यादा, अगर उससे ज्यादा नहीं मिल रहा है तो देन यू हैव टू चेंज द ट्रायल मिक्स प्रोपोर्शन। ट्रायल मिक्स प्रोपोर्शन में क्या चेंज करना पड़ेगा आपको, फाइन एग्रीगेट है, कोर्स एग्रीगेट चेंज करना पड़ेगा। ऐसा नहीं है कि आपने बहुत सारा सीमेंट डाल दिया तो आपका स्ट्रेंथ बहुत ज्यादा मिलेगा, इट्स नॉट लाइक दैट, ठीक है। So that's it for today's session, that is the various steps to be involved in the ACI method, and in the next class I will explain you about the mixed design numerical, or mixed design one particular numerical, or you can say the mixed design of M30 or M35, M40, that too by ACI method। ये तो आज का स्टेप था। If you have any difficulty related to this particular methods of mixed design by ACI method, then you can ask me.